Hi again, everybody. Bill Phillips here. It is a Monday. It is, well, the 9th of December.
Yep.
So there you go. 9th of December. Producer extraordinaire Jordan is here to take part in today's show. Big show today. A lot of college football. The brackets are done. Whether you like them or not, they are done. You know, if you don't like the way it shook out, maybe your team had to do a little better. University of Miami. All right. So, no complaints here. But, the National Football League, Steelers and Browns. Where do the Steelers stand as they head into the final 4 weeks of the season? Where do the Ravens stand? What are the Browns doing? And it is a busy, busy football time of the year. Very enjoyable. So hopefully you're enjoying all of this college football and pro football, because it'll go away in a couple months and everyone will go, man, when's it going to come back? So enjoy it now. And one of the things we always enjoy is our sponsor, Valley Converting. They will take your paper products and they will take care of you. And they're in the Gem City. They're in Toronto. They're in T-Town. Call Mike Biasi up. He'll tell you what they do, how he can help you, and how you can help the environment and maybe make a little money. So all of those things are coming up at Valley Converting.
Every piece of paper has a story. What if that story didn't end when you were done with it?
At Valley Converting, we turn your old paper products into recycled paperboard, continuing the story.
Locally owned and operated in Toronto, Ohio, bringing your paper to Valley Converting isn't just about recycling.
It's about supporting a cleaner, greener future for all of us.
We are here 5 days a week to help you make some green by going green.
And remember,
recycle for your future.
Mike Biasi and his crew in Toronto, they will take care of you. The Gem City, Toronto, Ohio, Valley Converting. We can't thank them enough for all of their support, and we can't thank them enough for what they do, helping the environment, helping you make a little money, helping you get rid of some paper products you don't need anymore. Let's go to the comments, see what's going on. Suzanne here. Hey, Bill, glad you're back. Yeah, had a day or two off. Appreciate it. Thank you. Michigan can't wait. Ron's all ready to go. Jordan, here we go.
Roll Tide.
I think we're gonna have to. Oh, and Suzanne jumping in. Roll Tide, roll.
That's right.
Here we go, Ron and Jordan. Maybe a wager on this one. Jordan, a big Alabama fan. Ron, a big Michigan fan. Ron was right on his call. Michigan knocking off Ohio State. So let's get right to it. Where did I put that? Right here. Alabama, Michigan, in the what bowl game are they in?
ReliaQuest.
Or Quest?
Quest. ReliaQuest.
In Tampa. They'll be playing at Raymond James Stadium down in Tampa. I did not mark down what day that is. That didn't make a lot of sense, but I didn't mark it down. Alabama, Michigan. And Alabama, it's a noon kickoff. Alabama, one of the schools that might have had a complaint about what happened with the brackets. Miami, a 2-loss team. South Carolina, Alabama. So a lot of teams that really have a complaint, but really don't. I think they got it right. What do you think? You think they got it right? I think so. Jordan, what do you think? Should Alabama have been in?
No. As much as I would have liked them to be in, no.
Mm-hmm.
No, they should not.
No, I'm not. And the thing is, I'm not saying that Alabama couldn't do really well in that tournament. I think they could.
I
think they could do really well. They've got the talent to do really well, but they lost 3 games.
Right.
They didn't play in a conference championship game. They had lost 3 games. A couple weeks ago, Oklahoma 24-3. They got beat up. They didn't play well. Didn't look like they were interested. Beat Auburn, and everybody was ready to go with Alabama. Miami lost 2 games. They lost the wrong game, which is the final game of the regular season. If they had lost one really early and then lost one maybe late, maybe they slide in. But they lost late, and they didn't get into the conference championship game, so Miami was out. So I think they did a pretty good job. Now some of the games are a little interesting. I tell you what, if I'm in the Oregon, and now the thing is, if you're Oregon, you're the number 1 seed, and you're thinking we're going to beat everybody anyways. But man, Oregon, first game they play, it's either Tennessee or Ohio State at the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Clemson at Texas at home against Clemson. Texas had a great season, 11-2. Clemson gets in, winning the conference championship. They're the only 3-loss team in there, but they won the conference championship. They're 10-3. That's Saturday afternoon in Texas. Then the winner of that game gets Arizona State. Not saying that Arizona State's not a good team, But if I was Oregon, would I rather have my chances against the winner of the, I don't know, Texas Clemson game, or maybe the SMU Penn State game? I think Oregon. It just seems like the number one seed's not getting the best matchup there. It's kind of interesting. How about Boise State?
Mm-hmm.
They get in. They've got the winner of SMU Penn State. That's the Fiesta Bowl. Well, here let's go with the bracket. So Oregon, Georgia, Boise State, Arizona State, the 4 seeds for the playoffs. Arizona State will play in the Peach Bowl, Rose Bowl for Oregon, Fiesta Bowl for Boise State, Sugar Bowl for Georgia. All right, so we start at the top. So let's go with Oregon, 13-0. They get the winner of the Tennessee-Ohio State game at Ohio State, 8 o'clock, ABC. It's a Saturday night game in Columbus on the 21st. All right, so that's your first bracket. Then your second bracket, number 2 seed is Georgia. They'll play in the Sugar Bowl against the winner of Indiana and Notre Dame. That's the Friday night game on December 20th. Notre Dame at home to Indiana, so saving on some travel dollars.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a bus trip. But normally Indiana and Notre Dame, you never see them play in college football. So it could be interesting. I think a lot of people were excited to maybe see Alabama against Notre Dame in South Bend in December to see how Alabama would handle that, or one of the Southern teams would handle that. But it's going to be Indiana. So not much of an advantage there in terms of home field. Same kind of weather.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be interesting. Both teams 11-1. Indiana, are they the real deal or not?
No. I'm saying
in.
no.
Rocky Top Tennessee all together now. Ron is just poking the Ohio State fan base. But I like it. Ron's bringing the heat. You know, Ron gets the brag for 365 after the Michigan one. All right, SMU Penn State. How are we feeling about this one, Jordan? What are you thinking here? Because I know your family's on the Penn State bandwagon. Some are, some aren't. But what do you think?
I'm going Penn State.
I get you want Penn State, but do you think they can beat SMU? Or do you think SMU comes in there and surprises everybody? Oh, here's the big question. Okay, so SMU, the winner of that one plays Boise State. Then, as we mentioned, Clemson, Texas, they get Peach Bowl, they get Arizona State. So all in all, I think they made the right decisions. If basically Alabama got in, you would basically be saying that the conference championship games meant nothing. It's
right,
kind of
exactly.
Like, SMU was 11-1. They lose in the conference championship by a field goal to Clemson. Some people are like, Clemson's not that good. Clemson's 10-3. It was a close game. So if you put 9-3 Alabama in, you're going to have a lot of people upset. And I know there are a lot of people in the SEC that are upset. Alabama's a super talented team, but again, like Miami, they lost near the end of the season and did not look good doing it against Oklahoma. So there you go. So that now the interesting thing here, and I want to get Ron's reaction to this. Kirk Herbstreit, the former quarterback who I covered when he was playing at Ohio State, here with Ohio State when I was here with WTOV9. He said he thinks Ohio State would have been better served to have a road game because he thinks if Ohio State comes out, doesn't play well right away,
they're going to get
Tennessee,
booed.
and he's going to get booed.
Yep.
The team's going to get booed. And if he loses 2 games in a row, is that the end for him? Does he get fired? The guy's got a sensational record, sensational recruiter. I don't know if they should or shouldn't. I know a lot of Ohio State fans wanted to fire him right after the Michigan game, but man, he recruits, he wins all his games, but he has not won that big game that everyone is waiting for. Then Penn State at home against SMU.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a whiteout.
If SMU wins, SMU comes in and beats Penn State, and Ron says it right here.
Franklin's got to go.
Franklin just can't win a big game.
It's true.
Does he get fired?
Yeah.
All the other coaches look like they're all good. No one's getting fired. I'll tell you what, Marcus Freeman would get some heat if Notre Dame loses at home to to Indiana, a team they never play. He'd get a lot of heat for that. But Texas, Clemson, Tennessee, SMU, they're not making any changes. So yeah, but those two jump right off the page at you. Can Penn State win a big? They didn't beat Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State, they didn't beat Oregon. They lost to Michigan. What were we thinking, Jordan? All right, so let's go through the first set of games. Clemson, Texas. Who do you have? Ron, who do you have? Suzanne, who do you have? First game.
I go Texas.
Clemson and Texas. Jordan's going with Texas. Tennessee, Ohio State. Tennessee, Ohio State.
OSU.
Oh, going with Ohio State. Mm-hmm. All right. SMU, Penn State.
Penn State.
You didn't have a choice. You had to say that, didn't you? Indiana, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame at home. So you're going all home teams.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, that's a big part of it. Big part of it is that. But yeah, that's the interest that I think Penn State and Ohio State, if those games don't start well for Penn State and Ohio State, that could get ugly. So I'll have more on college football coming up. Oh, bowl games of interest. Let's see. A new day is coming. A new day is coming in Columbus. Ron going with Clemson in the big game against Texas. That'd be a nice upset. That would be interesting. Oh, I'll tell you what. The ACC could prove a point. Everyone says, oh, the ACC is not good enough. If Clemson goes to Texas and wins,
yeah,
and SMU goes to Penn State and wins,
yeah,
what are you going to say now?
that's true.
Now, if they both lose, oh, see, there you go. ACC's terrible, which isn't true. I mean, it's such a short sample size. But other games of interest for college bowl games, and the Buckeyes have fallen, and they can't get up. Or the champ is down. Here's one interesting. West Virginia looking for a new coach. Memphis and WVU in the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl in Frisco, Texas, December 17th. Now, the interesting there that matches up with it is Ohio University, the Bobcats, take on Jacksonville State team from Alabama in the Staff DNA Cure Bowl in Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida on the 20th. So on the 20th, they play. Rich Rodriguez is the head coach for Jacksonville State. Rumors are hot and heavy that he may be on the short list to take over back in West Virginia.
Oh.
There was a rumor that the owner of the Diamondbacks, who has West Virginia ties, said he would pay the buyout to get Neil Brown out if Rich Rodriguez came back as the head coach. Pat McAfee, big supporter of Rich Rodriguez. The guy played there, grew up in West Virginia, was a walk-on, became the head coach, had great success. Then they lost to Pitt in that game that kept them from the national championships, and everything went a little haywire. Pitt and Toledo, day after Christmas in Detroit. I like Detroit a lot, but I'm not sure if I want to spend the day after Christmas going to the Motown for a bowl game at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's see. Time for Saban. Country roads take me home to where hey, that would be interesting. Saban back at West Virginia. Boston, this is just kind of cool because it's Yankee Stadium. It's Pinstripe Bowl, Boston College, Nebraska on the 28th at noon. Miami plays in the Pop-Tart. I believe it's the Pop-Tarts Bowl, Jordan, which who can't get excited about the Pop-Tart Bowl? They play Iowa State and Miami. Let's see. And then.
What? In Orlando?
In Orlando, yeah. The Canes and the Cyclones and the Canes. 2 natural disasters coming together. So there you go. Miami and Iowa State in the Natural Disaster Bowl. That's what they should call it.
The Natural
Disaster Bowl. There we go. Now, the other Miami of Ohio will play in the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl.
That's the one.
I'm not sure if I should use the term bowl when describing this with Snoop, because he might like a bowl or two. Miami playing Colorado State. If you don't know what that means, look it up.
Or don't.
Or not, or just ignore it, but it's kind of funny. But I'm just going to say this. Snoop Dogg, what isn't he in?
Yep.
What doesn't he have a hand in? I mean, seriously. Goes to the Olympics. He's the star of the Olympics. He's with
everybody loves Snoop.
Yeah, everybody loves Snoop. Now he's got his own bowl game. I wonder how much money it costs to be a sponsor of a bowl game. What are the responsibilities there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alabama, Michigan in Tampa, noon. On what day? I have no idea. Louisville and Washington in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. One of my
Tony the
favorite bowl
Tiger.
games. I don't know why. It's the Sun Bowl. It's always sunny when they play, but it's always really cold. It's in El Paso, Texas. So it's like, all right, it's really sunny, but it's 35 degrees out. But it's kind of a cool stadium. I like that game. Then you have Jordan's favorite, the Duke's Mayo Bowl. I don't know if that's really your favorite. It's in Charlotte, Minnesota, taking on Virginia Tech, and that's the game where they dunk the they pour the mayonnaise on top of the coach after they win. Now the game that Jordan and I, we were going over the list of games. We both voted for this one as the one to go to.
Yeah.
Buffalo taking on Liberty in the Bahamas Bowl on January 4th.
We're taking a trip.
Taking a trip to the Bahamas to watch a little college football. Ron is on baseball now. Soto won't be at the Pinstripe Bowl. No, he's wearing new pinstripes over in Queens, playing for the Mets. How about that? Well, 15-year deal worth, what, $765 million? Hello. Cha-ching. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Like
if you're looking for any loans that you need to take out.
15-year, $765 million.
Wow. All right, let's move to the National Football League. Ron, what do you have for the National Football League? All right, so the Steelers beat the Browns yesterday 27-14. Steelers now 10-3 on top of the division. Ravens are 8-5. So a 2-game lead for the Steelers. Here's how the two teams finished their season. Steelers this week with the Eagles, then the Ravens and Steelers, Chiefs on Christmas Day, and then Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Ravens, New York Giants, Steelers, Texans, Browns. Browns are 3-10. They have the Chiefs, Bengals, Dolphins, and Ravens.
I mean, but they're already out.
Oh, but they're going for high draft picks. Or I can't even remember what their draft pick situation is anymore. We'll have to look that up. I don't know. Does that still belong to Houston or whatever they did to get Deshaun Watson? And if it does, it just makes it even more of a joke, that trade. So the Steelers, I thought the Steelers looked pretty good yesterday. Jordan, what'd you think?
Yeah, they did.
So the Steelers look pretty good. Eagles, Ravens, Chiefs, Bengals. What do they do in those 4 games? 2-2, 1-3, 3-1, 4-0, 0-4.
I would like them to win every game, but
That wasn't the question.
hold on, I gotta look.
I think 2-2.
Yeah,
I think 2-2. Somehow, some way, 2-2.
Ravens. I think they definitely beat the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
The Bengals
2-2
may not have anything to play for.
Yeah, I agree.
Chiefs
2-2
might not have anything to play for. They may have the
backups
number 1
in.
seed wrapped up because of Buffalo's loss yesterday. By the time it gets
They
to
do
Christmas.
have the number 1 seed. Yeah, I think they do.
Ravens, New York Giants, that's a win. Steelers in Baltimore, pick them. At the Texans on the road, and then they're at home with the Browns. So I think they beat the Browns and the Giants for sure.
Are you talking about the Ravens?
I'm talking about the Ravens now. Steelers are a toss-up. Texans on the road. I don't know. I can see the Ravens going 3-1.
Yeah.
So that 2-game lead is critical.
Yeah.
Critical for the Steelers. Browns 3-10. Chiefs, Bengals, Dolphins, Ravens. If you're fighting for the number 1 playoff spot, or in terms of draft positioning, you're hoping for 0-4. You don't want to go 4-0 and end up 7-10 and get like the 8th pick or something like that.
Yeah.
Because at this point, you want the draft picks. Expecting 10,000 Steelers fans and 4,000 seats still available. There you go. I tell you what, it'll be interesting to see how the Steelers travel. I think they'll travel well. One place they don't travel real well to is Baltimore, because Baltimore, they don't give up the tickets. And the Eagles fans don't really give up tickets either. So it'll be interesting. And Ron, with the announcement of the day, spending Christmas Day with Taylor Swift. Here, I've got to sit down for this one. I've got a question for Jordan. All right. So Taylor Swift. Okay, to take Ron's comment down. Sorry. Taylor Swift, Christmas Day, spending time with Ron. So that's nice. But the End of the Eras tour.
Yeah.
Started in 2023.
Yeah.
Has it not been long enough?
It was too long.
It was too well, not for every city they went to. She sold out, right?
Oh, I know. She
made over $1 billion on this thing, didn't she?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's a talented lady. No doubt about it.
But really, is she going to be in Pittsburgh on Christmas? That's the question.
Yes. I don't know. She wasn't. Did she? I think she was there for Christmas last year, but that was in Kansas City.
Yeah, but it's her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend, Travis.
And she has means. She has means. She can, she has the ability to get some tickets.
Yeah.
I'll take my private jet.
Yeah.
So that's not a problem. So you know what? I wouldn't be surprised to see her on Christmas Day. It'll be interesting.
I don't want to see her, but
yes, you do. You love Taylor Swift. Who are you kidding? You're a Swiftie. I'll tell you what. I watched the Eras movie.
Mm-hmm. You did watch it.
I did watch. It was pretty good. I mean, it's amazing you can go that long and do all the stuff that they did, and it works out every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's a force of nature.
Yep.
All right. Well, there you go. We've summed up the college football. We think they got it right. We think they got it right on the playoffs. Think they got it right, Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, hey, if Miami and Alabama don't stumble down the stretch, maybe they're both in.
Yeah.
Because if Miami wins,
if Miami would have been in the champion,
yeah, they would have gotten in.
Yeah, they would have gotten in. That's it.
So, Alabama 3 loss. Oh, and how about the Alabama athletic director now coming out? Well, maybe we're going to change our non-conference scheduling. So we're just going to make it. You played Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky's a good team going to a bowl game, but you played Mercer as well.
Yeah.
Combined score of those two games, 63 and 52, is 115 to 3. No, to 10. Okay. You already have those on the schedule. And then the rest is just your conference games. I mean, I don't know. That never bothered me. And here's the thing. People have to realize about schedules. Those schedules are done years in advance.
Yeah.
They are signed, sealed, delivered. I mean, what school was I looking through? It had been Notre Dame or Miami or something. I was looking through somebody's program, and they said upcoming games 5 years down the road. They had the 5-year schedule. They just didn't have dates and times, but they had all the schools that they were going to play.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like when you signed up to place one team, let's say Florida. Like Miami played Florida this year. Florida wasn't very good at the beginning of the season. Miami beat them up. But they don't know that when they set the schedule. So what are you going to do? What are they going to do? Not play?
Yeah.
I mean, for college football, people want to see those games, but I get it if you want to get to the conference. But if you're that good, if you're Alabama, show up, win the games.
Mm-hmm.
Play everybody. But I get it because that big money at the end of the season, big money. Let's see, Brian's checking in. Oh, wait a minute, Ron's back. Ron hit us with the Taylor Swift. Now he's going Urban Meyer day soon. Day is coming soon. He's already had a day. He's going to have another. Ron thinks he's going to have another one. He's going to replace Ryan Day. All right, Brian back. I think the Buckeyes will rally around it and win against Tennessee. Brian, what do you think on this before we let you go? If Ohio State comes out, doesn't play well right off the bat, does the team handle the booing and the chance to fire Ryan Day? Because that's coming. It's coming. Or if they lose that game and they lose the last 2 home games and they don't go deep in the playoffs, is Ryan Day done? The patience is now it's a different animal too, Jordan, because now you're paying players.
Yeah.
Players are getting paid. Now, do the Ohio State Buckeyes have probably the best collection of players in the country? If they don't, they're right there. They're right there with the players they have. So something's got to give. Same thing with James Franklin at Penn State. So, all right, there we go. I'm sitting in a hole. I think the last time I was down in this area was when we were talking about chocolate chip cookies. It just knocked me off my feet. So, anyways, there it is. Valley Converting. Like to thank them. Brian, oh, here we go. Brian checking back in. It won't be good. His buyout is really high. All I would say about a buyout is if somebody wants him out bad enough, someone will get him out. Because there are plenty of donors, plenty of boosters, plenty of alums that are going, $20 million, I have that as pocket change. I'll cover that if they really want him out. Or I'm going to get three really top boosters, and they get together and they said, we've had enough. He's out. And they buy him out. So buyouts, yeah, they might be expensive, but they can be handled. They can be handled. And I'm not advocating for either one. I think, Ryan Day, I mean, he's struggling in those big games, but man, he recruits well and they play pretty well, but they got to win those big games. Same thing with James Franklin. It'll be over 2,000 days since the Buckeyes beat the Wolverines. Ron is living his best life today with Michigan and Ohio State. So, Ron, enjoy that. Enjoy that. That's the fun thing about college football rivalries and rivalries in general. Bragging rights, you get to keep them for a year. So, anyways, we're just going to do it. We're going to wrap things up on the 9-minute Phill-Up since we've gone well past 9 minutes, as usual. Jordan, thank you so much for joining us. I will say this, your favorite quarterback in the National Football League, Justin Herbert, I needed another 1.5 to win my fantasy football league game.
Well, Bill, I told you. I
picked him up for the quarterback.
Listen,
and he came
I
up
told
a little
you
short.
he left during the game.
I didn't even know he left. I didn't watch a second of the game.
Yeah. I was worried.
I don't blame you. And you had every reason to be, and he proved why. All right. That about does it for this time, everybody. Remember, 2 rules. Have fun and always try your best. And remember, Jordan will be locked in for the Alabama-Michigan game with Ron. We need to set up a wager for that one. It is they're in Tampa at noon. What date is
I think it was the 21st.
That early? No, I think that's I think that's a New Year's Day
January.
Game. January 1st? 31st? We're all counting on you, Jordan.
December 31st.
December 31st.
All right, we'll be here. Well, I will be. It's
what
at
day is
noon.
the 31st?
The Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's the middle of the week.
Are you going to be here? I'm going to be here.
On the 31st?
Probably. You probably are.
Probably. I guess so. Yeah. Yep. All right.
We're going to be here watching
We'll be watching
Alabama
college football. Ron, come up with a wager. We need to come up with a wager between you and Jordan. Something fun, not crazy. Something fun. Well, okay, how about this? Maybe Jordan has to wear a Michigan shirt and have it, in an image, like a picture, or she can just have it on the show. And Ron, you would have to put in an Alabama shirt. Something easy enough. So I think that's handled. I think that's the bet.
All right.
Jordan's in. Ron, are you in on that?
I can do it.
All right. He's not answering that. He's just saying blue wave is coming. Roll Tide. Or as they say in the new commercial, high tide. High tide. High tide. It's like Stu, Virginia.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian, he's instigating this one now. Alabama by 18. This is what I'm going to say. Jordan, if Alabama wants to win and Milroe plays,
I know what you're going to say.
He just got to run.
Yep.
Don't worry about passing, just run. He's faster than everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good player. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. All right, I think I already did 2 rules.
Yeah.
Have fun and try your best.
Yep.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Thanks for checking in.